That's an unlawful detainment rule. What the hell are you doing to a 12-year-old? What the hell are you doing to a 12-year-old? Seriously, she's 12. She's a minor.
The encounter began with Boston Police Department officers responding to an anonymous call alleging a physical disturbance, leading to the detainment of a 12-year-old girl, Ursula, without evidence of a crime. Under Texas Penal Code 38.02, a person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence address, or date of birth to a peace officer who has lawfully arrested him. But Ursula was neither arrested nor suspected of any crime, rendering her detainment baseless. The officer's insistence on identification and separation from her parents disregarded her rights as a minor. This aggressive approach, based solely on an unverified tip, highlights a disturbing misuse of authority, escalating a routine call into a violation of constitutional protections.
I'm Officer Willis with Boston Police Department. We got called about a physical disturbance. We had people that witnessed y'all being physical with one another.
No.
Never happened?
No.
Is there any reason why someone would believe that y'all are being physical with one another?
Not that I can think of.
What's your name, sir?
What crime am I suspected of?
Excuse me?
Texas Penal Code 3802. What crime am I suspected of?
I'm not necessarily sure what you're asking me. I explained to you why we're here. We got a call about a physical disturbance between both of you.
No. There's no physical disturbance between us.
Okay. I'm just letting you know that's why we were called here.
Yes.
Okay. And what is your name and date of birth?
What am I being arrested for?
You're not arrested. You're just detained right now due to the call that we're here.
This is not a traffic stop. So, what am I being...
For service.
We didn't call you for service.
Someone else called about a physical
I don't...
between you guys.
Was it an anonymous call or who was the witness?
Yeah. Okay. So
What is your reasonable articulable
you're
suspicion?
not arrested. Again, we got
Texas Penal Code 38.02.
Yes, sir. I'm not sure why you keep repeating that. I'm explaining to you we are here
Because it's a
lawfully.
state law regarding ID.
Okay.
So I should not have to. That don't matter.
Okay. Do you want to talk about the disturbance or not?
I told you there was no disturbance.
Okay. So I have to write a report. I need your name.
No, you don't.
Here for a lawful reason.
That don't mean jack diddly poop.
Maybe to you it doesn't.
Under the law, it doesn't, ma'am.
Are you a lawyer? Are you going to school for law?
I've had plenty of experience. I'm 49 years old, just turned 49.
So you realize
I'm a United States Navy veteran.
there are children in there?
Yes, we have a 12-year-old daughter,
Okay.
almost 13.
Again, we were called here lawfully. We're on here for a call for service. But
Call for service means nothing.
She wants to see Ursula, so I'm gonna grab Ruby and bring Ursula in.
Whatever.
Okay, I can think of this way. You and Ursula got into it out here because I wasn't even involved with that.
She's 12 years old and she doesn't have to be questioned without the accompaniment of the parent. She can have my mom. She can have her mom go back with her if that's what she chooses. But if she does not choose to go back there with you, by law, she does not have to.
So we have the authority when people are being detained to put them where we want them for the safety of the security of our investigation.
What reasonable, articulable suspicion that you have that your safety is
Say safety as security of the investigation.
and you're talking kind of referring to Pennsylvania v. MEMS, which refers to traffic stops, which is
referring to security of an investigation. You're going to come back here with me.
what about her personal security?
I don't know.
You're a male.
That's fine. Everything's on camera. It's fine.
I don't mean squat. Cops violate all the time on camera. Whoa! Whoa! Hughes, back off!
Don't touch me!
Why are you arrested? What the hell are you doing? That don't... Willis? That is considered assault and battery, unwanted touching. And she is a minor. Ursula, unclench your fist.
I'll tell you what. What if we go to the picnic table where you can still see?
She doesn't want to leave the accompaniment of a parent. And you do not have the legal right to question a minor without the parents or a legal representative present.
So we can wants to come out, she can do that.
Where's her lawyer? She has an attorney.
Need a lawyer right now.
Oh, bullshit! Bullshit!
Trying to make everything.
It's called...
Security.
Oh, so you don't believe in the Constitution? Did you not swear an oath to the Constitution? She has a Fifth Amendment right.
Right.
And a Sixth Amendment right. What? Right? What, you say rights don't matter?
That's not what I said. So she has a right, not a requirement. Those are two different things.
Right means it is a requirement, as in you cannot take it away.
Okay. Right. So let's go walk over that picture.
She has the right to refuse, Officer Hughes.
She does not.
What is she being arrested for?
Not arrested.
Bullshit, that's an unlawful detainment rule. What the hell are you doing to a 12-year-old? What the hell are you doing to a 12-year-old? Seriously, she's 12. She's a minor. You are violating her rights. Get a supervisor on scene now.
Officer Hughes' decision to physically restrain Ursula by placing her in handcuffs for refusing to walk alone with him constitutes a clear breach of her Fifth and Sixth Amendment rights. The Fifth Amendment guarantees that no person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, protecting Ursula's right to remain silent and refuse questioning without parental presence. Her father's vocal defense, citing these constitutional protections, was dismissed by officers who claimed rights don't matter. This blatant disregard for the Constitution underscores a systemic issue where officers prioritize control over legal accountability, leaving a minor vulnerable to intimidation and coercion.
No, now, release her, get a supervisor. She can stand right there. She's not going anywhere. Bullshit, unlawful detainment. Unlawful detainment. What is your reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime? What crime? What crime? Peggy? Call 911 and request a supervisor. Call your attorney now. They just put her in handcuffs. They're refusing to walk with them. Hughes put his hands on her. The male cop put his hands on her.
Your daughter's not in any trouble. We just have to.
So why the hell did he put his hands on her?
We need to conduct our investigation. She wasn't being cooperative. We have to separate you.
That don't mean shit. We have the right to not be cooperative. It's called the right to remain silent. Do you know how many freaking oaths y'all are violating? How many constitutional rights? I thought Austin trained better than this. You're even violating the I Care Act, your policies. Yes, you are, Officer Willis.
Sir, again, we have supervisor coming in to speak to you, okay? And elaborate further.
I'm going to stay with the officer. I want female officer.
Okay.
And as a father, I will do what it takes to protect my child from unlawful hands from another man.
Okay.
You understand that, Hughes?
Yes, I do.
I have every right to self-defense and self-defense of a third party such as my child. And you went hands-on.
Yes, I did.
You escalated.
Okay.
Did you take your escalation training, or did Officer Golden teach you how to be a cop?
I didn't know an Officer Golden. Take lots of different escalation courses. We had to explain exactly what we needed from him and from you.
And we have the right not to talk to you. And you
Didn't need. I wasn't asking for communication at that point.
Oh, you were just so unlawful detainment and unlawful arrest, and then you assaulted and battered my daughter.
Okay.
And I've got it on. I'm recording.
Well, no.
Yes. Excuse me if I stand at an angle that gets both you and Officer Will. Why do y'all have to escalate? Based upon an anonymous phone call.
I'm not going to get into the exact call that you got, so. We have a reliable witness, not even anonymous one.
Oh yeah? Oh, let me guess. She works for CPI, which means they're stalking us. In violation of a court order. CPS, CPI, Department of Children and Family Services.
I don't think that was our caller, but I don't know. Maybe.
Well, maybe you should verify who it is that called.
That wasn't me, I'm sure. I knew it was verified before we got here.
And maybe you should find out exactly what the hell they supposedly allege we did. Do a fucking investigation.
That's what we're in the middle of doing.
No. Harassing people is not investigating. Putting your hands on my daughter is not investigating.
Well, I tried to explain the security of our investigation. I needed her to be separated.
Security of an investigation.
Yes.
What the hell law is that?
What law is that?
Yeah, what law says you have a security to an investigation? Where's your warrant?
I don't need a warrant to...
In order to be able to detain and secure, as you say, you need a warrant.
I need a warrant to detain someone?
To arrest.
The physical escalation by Officer Hughes, who grabbed Ursula's arm multiple times before handcuffing her, amounts to assault and battery under Texas law. Texas Penal Code 22.01 states, a person commits an offense if the person intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly causes bodily injury to another. and unwanted touching, especially of a minor, qualifies as such. Ursula's refusal to accompany a male officer alone was rooted in self-preservation, a reasonable response from a 12-year-old girl. The officer's failure to de-escalate or involve her mother, despite her father's suggestion, reflects a reckless disregard for her safety and well-being, prioritizing their authority over her dignity.
Or upon probable cause of a crime, not, security of an investigation. That is not a crime. What law is that? What crime does it become? Is that a felony? Is that a misdemeanor? Is that a traffic infraction? What is it, Officer Hughes?
I'm sorry, I've got other people talking to my ear at the same time, so it's difficult for me to talk. We don't have a traffic infraction.
Obviously.
For required identification or whatever you were mentioning with that earlier. You're right, you're not required your ID. So I don't know what...
How long have y'all been on the force? Less than 6 months? Y'all are both behaving like you're fresh out of the academy.
Okay. So I've been here with APD for almost 2 years now, with a total of 7 years in law enforcement.
Oh, woohoo. Yeah, it's because you're improperly trained somewhere else.
Okay.
Why'd you leave your other department?
Because I got a better job here. There's no disciplinary actions if that's what you're trying to get at.
Were there any possibly pending? Did you leave in lieu of an investigation? Because the way you just put your hands on a 12-year-old female child, Officer Hughes, do you feel proud of yourself putting your hands on a 12-year-old female child like that? Just because she did not want to go off with you alone?
So it's never a good day when we have to put hands on people. I tried to give you...
Oh, so you think it's okay to put it on my daughter? Put your hands on my daughter?
Okay, in what sense?
Well, obviously you have a complex, sir.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
That you think that you guys can put your hands on a female child. And you knew ahead of time she was a child, a minor. You didn't even give the opportunity to ask the mother if she would go as a witness. You immediately put your hands on her before she even had a chance to ask her mother.
So I even told her that...
Did you not listen to what the hell I was telling you before you put your hands on my daughter?
I heard everything that you were saying. You were trying...
Obviously not. I said maybe she'll go with her mother, and then but because I made that suggestion, put your hands on my daughter immediately after I said that. Now there's something wrong with that.
That's your opinion of how it happened. That's okay, but I gave her the option.
I've got it recorded.
Okay. I told her if she wanted to go inside and get her mother, come out to do that, then we could do that. And she stayed on the step but didn't go inside.
You didn't give her a chance to do shit. You closed the gap and put your hands on her arm twice. 3 times, and then the 4th time was that you cuffed her. What's the ETA on the supervisor?
I don't know.
Can you request it, please?
I certainly can. I know. And the ETA has been requested. My corporal is 2 minutes away.
Corporal?
Yes.
I want a sergeant or better.
Our sergeant is also on the way. Corporal is our first line supervisor, and she's going to be first on scene, but our sergeant is also on the way.
And who's your corporal on duty tonight?
Corporal Padre.
Say again, I'm a little far away.
Corporal Padre. P-A-D-R-O.
Thank you. And who's the sergeant on duty?
trunk up.
All this because somebody called you with no specific details of anything.
Okay.
Got an 18 USC 1983 lawsuit.
Okay.
Violation of rights under color of law. Because there is no law, you colored so far outside the lines, it's not funny.
All right.
What crime did you suspect my daughter of that you had to lay your hands on her? Why is she still, are you still in handcuffs, Ursula?
Yes, I am, because I refuse to go with a man officer.
So why is my daughter still in handcuffs? What crime is she accused of committing?
I'm going with a man officer.
That's not a crime. That's called self-preservation and protection.
Okay.
That's called self-defense. So if my daughter would have whacked you in the gonads, that would have been perfectly fine. And she was about ready to. We taught our daughter to stand up for her rights. We're both veterans.
I can appreciate that.
No, you can't. You're violating the Constitution as we speak. And have been within 10 minutes of arriving.
Okay.
And if y'all wanted to ask, I did have a pocket knife on me and I disarmed myself and left it in the basket of my scooter before when I saw you sitting there.
Appreciate that.
It's technically not a weapon, it's a tool, but
That's our corporal right there.
Officer Hughes, a male officer, escalated on a 12-year-old minor because she refused to walk off with him alone. Officer Hughes here thinks it's okay to take women around out of sight, especially 12-year-old female children. That is totally pedo-creepo. My daughter felt as such and refused to go with him.
Okay.
So, what does he do? He puts his hands on her and handcuffs her for no crime.
Okay. Did he request that she move?
She wanted to have a parent present during any and all questioning,
Okay.
which she has the right to do. A right.
So,
Texas constitutional rights, parental rights, they are allowed here in the state of Texas. Officer Hughes seems to think that it don't matter if someone's 12 or 82 or 102. Rights don't matter.
okay. So, we do have cameras, and there are recording the whole time. So I understand that you said you did not feel comfortable with him alone with her.
No, she didn't.
She didn't?
I didn't say a word. I let her speak for herself.
Okay, I believe...
My wife let her speak for herself.
Okay, I believe the remark you said was pedo-creepo.
The incident reveals a broader failure of police training and oversight, as Officers Hughes and Willis justified their actions under vague claims of security of the investigation. The Fourth Amendment requires that seizures be reasonable and supported by probable cause, neither of which was present in this case, as no crime was articulated. The officers' reliance on an anonymous call, potentially from a biased source like CPS, and their refusal to verify allegations before escalating to physical force expose a culture of unchecked power. The arrival of supervisors offered little resolution, leaving Ursula's family to pursue justice through legal avenues like an 18 USC 1983 lawsuit for rights violations under color of law. Like and subscribe for more police cam stories. Watch the next recommended video. Click to watch now.